This is my #1 hack for reducing bugs and improving code quality. What is it? Write your tests before your code. Today, we're going to be diving into what I think is an essential concept in software development, and that is test-driven development, otherwise known as TDD. So whether you're a beginner or an experienced developer or a software developer in test or an automation test engineer, understanding TDD can significantly improve your coding practices. How? Well, let's take a look. Test-driven development is a software development approach that emphasizes writing tests before writing the actual code. And this might sound counterintuitive, but it's a powerful way to ensure code quality and reliability. This technique also fits in really nicely with shift-left practices of trying to find bugs as early in the software development lifecycle as possible. The TDD process typically follows these 3 steps. First one is write a test. Begin by writing a test for a new feature or piece of functionality. This test should fail since the feature hasn't been implemented yet. Second is writing the code. Next, write just enough code to make that test pass. This keeps your coding focused and purposeful. Finally, refactoring the code while keeping the test green. This means it still passes after your changes. I've spoken with many developers and testers, and they also refer to this as red-green refactor cycle. And they tell me it helps them to create a flow that keeps them locked in and focused. One developer, Scott Nimrod, likened it to having a tracer bullet guiding him towards his destination. And for many of these engineers, TDD is not just a methodology, but it's a mindset that ensures precision and clarity in software development. So what are some benefits of TDD? Here are some key benefits of adopting TDD in your development workflow. First one is it improves code quality. Since you're writing tests first, it helps you think about edge cases and requirements up front. It also helps to reduce bugs. With a solid suite of tests, you're less likely to introduce new bugs when making changes. It also helps you enhance design. So TDD encourages better design decisions as it forces you to consider how your code will be used. A lot of SDATs or developers in tests also use this approach when creating functional automation tests because they tell me that if they've never seen a test fail, how do they know if it's working? So forcing it to fail and knowing that it's going to pick up a real failure gives them confidence to know that when it's green, it's really passing, and when it's red, it's really failing, and they need to pay attention to it. So let's address a few common misconceptions about TDD. TDD is only for unit testing. Wrong. While TDD is often associated with unit testing, it can be applied at various levels of testing. And as I mentioned earlier, many automation test engineers use this approach when creating functional tests. Some say it slows down development. Initially, it might seem like it's taking longer, but in the long run, it saves time by catching issues earlier. And the quicker you catch these issues, you don't have to go back and figure out what you did to break it because it's happening right then when you're already in flow. So there you have it. TDD as a practice flips traditional development on its head. TDD forces developers to create a failing test first, which shifts the focus to end results of their code and how it's going to be utilized. And this approach assures that the code is not only functional, but also maintainable in the long run. All right, so if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to get more automation awesomeness like this. And as always, test everything and keep the good. Cheers.